You love Star Wars, don't you? Search your feelings, you know it to be true. What if you could take on the role of an iconic Star Wars character and fire blasters, swing lightsabers, and generally fill the air with primary color lasers? Well, with Star Wars Unlimited, you can. I'm going to explain what this new game is and how to play so you can take off with your astromech droid as soon as possible. Will you rescue the sexy smuggler or finally get rid of the galaxy of sand? There's only one way to find out. Star Wars Wipe. What is Star Wars Unlimited? Star Wars Unlimited is a trading card game by Fantasy Flight Games where you and an opponent go head-to-head to determine the fate of the galaxy. To play, you and your opponent each need a deck of cards, including one leader and one base, and some counters for tracking damage, initiative, and other game effects. Like other TCGs, cards for Star Wars Unlimited are sold in randomized booster packs. We'll talk more about why these are cool in a minute, but we recommend that every new player start with the Spark of Rebellion starter set. This set comes with everything two people need to play, including two pre-built decks for Luke and Vader, as well as an easy-to-follow rulebook that will have you deflecting blasters in no time. The decks are well balanced against each other, and include full playsets of powerful cards that aren't available in other products, like Leia Organa, Defiant Princess, and I Am Your Father. So even if you're not a Padawan when it comes to TCGs, this is still the best place to start. You can buy the Spark of Rebellion starter set beginning on March 8th, 2024 from your local friendly game store or of course online at tcgplayer.com. How to play Star Wars Unlimited. Okay, you or your friend have picked up the starter set. How do you play? There's links in the description to official how to play resources, but here's a lightspeed version. In Star Wars Unlimited, you play as an iconic character in the Star Wars universe, represented by your leader card. Your goal is to lead an assault on your opponent's base, represented by their base card, which is a hit point value in the top left corner. If you deal enough damage to reduce your opponent's base to 0, you win. You'll deal damage using unit cards, which represent other characters and vehicles in the Star Wars universe. Units can attack bases or enemy units to defeat them, and send them to their owner's discard pile. You'll also use event and upgrade cards to power up your units, remove enemy units, and sway the battle in your favor. There are other rules, but to give you a feel for Unlimited, we only have to cover 3 of them. The first is alternating actions. Unlike most TCGs, players in Star Wars Unlimited don't have separate turns. Instead, you and your opponent alternate taking an action at a time. You play a unit, then they attack your base, then you use an ability, then they play an event, back and forth. Kind of like a lightsaber duel. This makes the game feel fast and dynamic, and rewards players who think on their feet. The second rule is the arena system. Every game of Star Wars Unlimited is fought on 2 fronts, the space arena and the ground arena. It's like 2 battles are happening at once. Think of the Rebel fleet attacking the second Death Star while Han and Leia try to deactivate the shield generator on Endor. This makes Star Wars Unlimited feel epic, and you'll feel like a mastermind when your opponent commits everything to space, only to discover that it's a trap. The third rule is leaders. Your leader defines your deck by giving you a permanent bonus or special ability that you'll be able to use all game. But that's not all. At a certain point in the game, you'll get to deploy your leader as a unit and slice or blast your way through enemies personally. Leader units are big, tough, and interplay ready to attack, so your opponent will have a hard time dealing with your leader, just as you'll have a hard time dealing with theirs. Collecting Star Wars. After you've played some games with the starter decks, you might want to build a new deck of your very own. That's where booster packs come in. Each pack contains a leader, a base, commons, uncommons, and at least one rare or legendary card to upgrade your collection. You're also guaranteed to find one foil card, a shiny holographic version of a card that works the same way in-game, but just looks a little cooler. If the Force is with you, you might find even one or more hyperspace cards, which have borderless frames, or a foil hyperspace card that combines both treatments. Finally, there are showcase cards, which have alternate art, no border, and a unique foil treatment you won't find anywhere else. You can trade your shiniest pulls with your friends, or buy and sell the variants you want, of course, at your local game store, or with hundreds of stores online at tcgplayer.com. Unlimited possibilities. With so many variants to discover, collectors have countless choices for how to approach Star Wars Unlimited. And they're not alone. Players have just as many choices for how to play. Star Wars Unlimited was built from the ground up for draft and sealed play, and Fantasy Flight Games has announced rules for multiplayer, prize support for weekly play at your local game store, and a competitive season that starts at your LGS and ends at the international once-per-year Galactic Championship. To be honest, the Star Wars Unlimited galaxy is too big to cover in just one video, but at least now you have a star map. Thanks for watching,